Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Beba and I'm so happy to have you guys here today. I'm going to be showing you guys how I cook tofu, which is highly requested from people in the comments, my family and friends. The tofu I'll be using is the Sprouts Organic Extra Firm Extra Protein Tofu. This one's my personal favorite only because it is the most similar to the amount of protein that you can get in chicken. So this version of tofu I would say is the perfect substitute for an actual meat product. So with each serving you get 14 grams of protein and there's 5 servings per container. So that's a whole lot of protein in this little bad boy right here. And I'm just going to be showing you guys again like how I cook it. And the way I cook it, I just pair it with a bunch of meals. I don't cook tofu differently for each meal. I cook it pretty basic. I season it and everything, and then I just like put it in a container, and throughout the week whenever I do make, for instance, like spaghetti squash or zucchinis or rice, I'll just add the tofu to that meal and with that seasoning or sauce, and it's just as good. Or make lettuce wraps or salads and things like that, and it's just perfect because you can pair it with whatever and it tastes out of this world. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, hey everyone, let's go ahead and cook some tofu. So I'm going to start by cutting up the package. I cut all 3 sides just so I can get all of the liquid out and it would be its own strainer. I also snip the edges right here just because sometimes they get stuck and all that liquid's gonna come right out. Then we just have to peel the plastic open and get the tofu out. So this is one of the most important steps when it comes to cooking tofu. You can use a towel, or I'm using a paper towel folded in 3/4, which is perfectly fine. I cut my tofu in half long ways just so it gives me more surface area to absorb all of the water through the paper towel. I put it in between the paper towel and squish it. Not so hard, it'll mush, but you know, I squish flat around the sides just to get all of the moisture out. And you want to do that so your tofu can then absorb the oils and flavoring that you're putting onto it or sauces. Alright, so once you have all of the moisture absorbed out of your tofu, you can begin cutting it. So I like to cut mine into small cubes, but you can get really creative. You can use cookie cutters, triangles, any shape you like. I just prefer cubes because it's easy and it's perfect bite size. Alright, so once you finish cutting all of your tofu, you want to get a big bowl that you can put it all in. And when you're putting your tofu into your mixing bowl, go ahead and, rub them against your fingers so they can unstick to each other. So you can make sure you're coating every piece of tofu with your oils, seasonings, or sauces. So I'm seasoning my tofu with some avocado oil that I picked up from Marshall's, as you can see on the label. I used 2 teaspoons, which is the perfect amount in my opinion for 1 package of tofu. Once I'm already starting to season up my tofu, I begin to put oil or Pam or anything into my pan and heat it up on a medium heat. Because you don't want it too hot or too low. You just want it the perfect temperature, and I found medium is the perfect temperature to not burn or overcook the tofu. Once my pan is prepped, I get my seasoning. I'm using this season mix I also picked up from Marshall's, and I just put so much because I love my food to be over seasoned. And then I put a little bit of pink salt because I think pink salt enhances the flavor of every food. And then I just make sure to mix everything very well and ensure that every piece of tofu is coated so every bite will be delighted with some spice. Feel that I already mixed everything very well, I begin to put it into my hot pan. It's very important that your oil is already hot at this point, as you don't want the tofu just to be sitting in cold oil. My pan was sizzling, it was ready for the tofu. I also push all of the pieces down to make sure almost every piece is hitting the pan so everything will be cooked evenly. You want to make sure that every 1.5 to 2 minutes you are stirring your tofu just so every side of each cube can be cooked evenly and you're not going to burn any side at all, because when you burn it, it doesn't taste the same. So you just see me mixing it and watching it closely and just ensuring that every piece is getting that golden brown color. As you can see, it's looking gorgeous. It's looking like it went to the beach. Tan, golden, yes. Once you see that almost every side of the tofu is golden brown and it's looking good, you can go ahead and turn off the heat and put it in a Tupperware and serve yourself a plate, because you deserved all of the hard work it took to make the tofu. So we just finished cooking the tofu. You guys saw the entire process and now it's time to try it. I have no dressing on it at all. I don't want it to spill, but no dressing, no nothing. It is just right off the pan and I can guarantee it's going to taste amazing, because I cooked it the way I liked it. It has so much flavor. I love it. And it's not too dry at all. They're very spongy, as you can tell right here. Very, look at that. This concludes the video on how to cook tofu with me. If you guys liked it, please give this video a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for more cooking content. I'm going to be filming throughout the week of every meal that I'm making, and I'm going to be adding tofu to almost everything. And this is a great vegan alternative to add to your meals for extra protein and just to spice it up. It's a little different. If you're not vegan, I guarantee that you would love this. So please try it out and let me know how you like it in the comments down below. If you guys have any other suggestions or questions, also please let me know down in the comments. And again, thank you for watching, and please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day, you guys.